Hey guys, so last week you may remember me saying, next week I'm hoping to do something a little bit different with my video. I kind of want to make it a little bit interactive. You'll see what that means. Well, in case you forgot, I just reminded you. Yes, this week you have the option to choose what you want to watch today. It's kind of like Netflix or TV, but without the commercials or the need for a subscription. So when I was in California for VidCon back in June, I had the opportunity to go to several Q&As with some of the YouTubers that I watch. Most of them doing something funny or filming a clip for one of their videos while they were there. So if you want, you can click here to watch me film Emma Blackery as she raps some 21 Pilots song. You can click here to watch me film Jen McAllister as she vlogs. You can click here to watch me wink for Craig Benzine. Or you can click here to watch me say good morning to Hank. Or you can just stay here and wait for the main video to start. Yep, just waiting around. Lots of choices today. Yep, you can come back and watch this if you want. You got 5 choices today. Yep, lots of choices. Yep, time is running out. Running out of time. Yep. Well then, I guess we're going to start the main video. So today I'm going to share with you a really interesting story. It's kind of strange, but at the same time, it's really unique. So a few days ago, I left the apartment to go out and do something. I was sitting at the entrance waiting to turn onto the main road. I had the windows down because the air conditioner in my car has not been working correctly, and it was a nice night. It wasn't too humid. It wasn't really that hot, so I just thought I'd have the windows open. And just as I pull up and stop and look both ways, I hear somebody yelling outside. And I look to my right, and there's a woman walking toward me, flagging me down. So I put the car in park, and I lean over to the window. So the woman approaches the car, asks me how I'm doing, which I respond, and then she proceeds to tell me that her car has run out of gas, and it's sitting up at a grocery store parking lot not very far from my apartment. And she asks if I could spare some money for gas and to give her a ride to her car. She had been down at a restaurant just down the road a little bit. So, being the wonderful Catholic Christian man that I am, I gave her a ride to her car, considering it wasn't that far away, and there were plenty of other cars around, so if anything weird happened, at least somebody would see it. I got there, I dropped her off in the parking lot, I told her I didn't have any money, and she was completely fine with that. She was just very happy to get the ride there. I left her off, and then I left and went on to continue with what I was doing. Now that's a pretty normal story, but here's where the normal part just gets defenestrated. Exactly 1 year ago, I ran into this same woman about a quarter mile away from this apartment. The story behind that is that it was a weekend. My parents came out here, they brought all the furniture out here to the apartment. They dropped it off, they stayed for the weekend, and then they had to fly back home because they drove the U-Haul truck out here and they couldn't drive it back. So I drove my parents to the Detroit airport. I hung around there for a little bit, saw a couple trains, and then I came back and I went to a late breakfast, early lunch at a Bob Evans, not too far from where I live. As I was leaving, I pulled out of the parking lot and I stopped at the traffic light. A woman came up to me. She was dressed very nicely because it was a Sunday, so I presume she had been at church. She came up to the car and asked if I had any money for gas because her car had just run out of gas. Being I had just went to Bob Evans and the only cash I had in my wallet I spent on that food, I didn't have any cash on me, so I truthfully told her that I had no money on me. To which she responded that that was okay, and then she walked away. And then the light turned green, and I turned and I left. I'm not sure if any kind of situation like this has happened to any one of you watching, but it was really, really weird to have this happen practically a year later. The only thing that I'm really uneasy about is that this past time I did kind of lie to her when I said that I didn't have any money. I'll defend myself by saying that I don't like giving money to people I don't know. I also don't like getting my wallet out in front of someone who I don't know. Even if they look very trustworthy, it's just not something I'm comfortable with. So maybe I should ask you, should I have given her the money that was in my wallet or not? Did I make a good choice? I mean, I felt like I made kind of a good choice by giving her the ride, but even though I did that, I still feel like I could have given her the money that I had in my wallet, which wasn't that much. It was under $10 that was in my wallet. I don't carry a lot of cash on me. I just thought I'd share the story with you, get your thoughts, leave some comments. If you have questions, maybe I'll do a question thing, answer some questions. I love answering questions. I will relink the 4 extra videos that I had at the beginning. You can go and watch those at your leisure. Please have a great week. God bless, and I'll see you all next week. Take care.